Hello, and welcome to the Dinosaur Diaries. I am your host, Super King Ghidorah, or better known as SKG. And today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite stegosaurs. In my top three, actually, I refer to them as my big three. And unfortunately, the third of the big three isn't here. But without further ado, let's get into our studies of Kentrosaurus Aethiopicus.
We are pleased to welcome Kentrosaurus to the park.
Right, so let's get into it. Kentrosaurus means pointed lizard. Its diet is herbivorous, like many of its stegosaur relatives, or like all of its stegosaur relatives actually. Its length is 4.5 to about 5.5 meters, which is anywhere from 15 to 18 feet long. It had a weight of 1 ton, which is 2,000 pounds. His most notable game appearances will be Jurassic Park Operation Genesis, a game where if you were featured in it, you were pretty much most famous. Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder, Jurassic World the game, Jurassic World Alive. It's a real good dinosaur in Jurassic World Alive, actually, once we acquire it, and here in Jurassic World Evolution. Now, Kentrosaurus was a small member of the stegosaur family. It had 9 pairs of plates on its neck, shoulders, and back, and 5 pairs of long, sharp spikes above its hips and along its tail. Kentrosaurus had a long spike on each of its hips. Some paleontologists think that it also had these spikes on its shoulders. Well, from what I'm seeing, these spikes are on its shoulders. I guess they're trying to say they got relocated or something, but as far as I've always seen Kentrosaurus, it had the spikes right here. 2 complete skeletons of Kentrosaurus were assembled from hundreds of bones quarried by German paleontologists between 1909 and 1912 in Tanzania. It was named by Edwin Henning in 1915. The Tanzanian quarry geology indicated Kentrosaurus lived in a large river. It is therefore thought to have fed on lush, low-growing vegetation along the riverbank. So many Kentrosaurus bones were found in this quarry that scientists believe that at least 70 must have perished at the site. This suggests that Kentrosaurus lived in herds. Kentrosaurus was found in the same quarry as the famous Berlin Brachiosaurus. Unfortunately, one of the 2 existing Kentrosaurus skeletons was destroyed by an Allied bombing raid on Berlin during World War II. Damn. That's very unfortunate. Now, let's shift to the gaming aspects of it, shall we? It says for Jurassic Park Explorer that Kentrosaurus is featured in the DVD game Jurassic Park Explorer. A player collects a dinosaur when he or she wins a minigame. When the collected dinosaur is a Kentrosaurus, a video will be shown. You have Jurassic Park 3 Park Builder, in which Kentrosaurus is number 64 of the herbivore 3s that can be created in the game. In Operation Genesis, Kentrosaurus was featured in the video game as a 2-star small herbivore. They lived in scrub grasslands. They are shy and are especially scared of sauropods and hadrosaurs. Really? I did not know that. That explains why they was always pretty much to themselves when I tried to put them in Site B areas next to hadrosaurs. I never paid attention to that. I always learn something new when I do these dinosaur diaries for the animals that were in J-Park. I always learn something new pertaining to their behaviors. It goes on to say that they are, however, friends of stegosaurs and like to move in herds with them. Kentrosaurus will live until 3 years when their DNA is up to 100%. Their tail spike attacks don't do as much damage to predators much as the larger Stegosaurus. It is the only small herbivore that is able to attack large carnivores. The coloration is a brown at the head and shoulders and a lime green at the back, legs, and tail. That is interesting because, yes, Tyrannosaurus would run from big, predators like T-Rex and stuff like that. But I do remember Kentrosaurus, doing that thing that they did in J-Paw, start swinging their tails and whatnot. Now, in Jurassic World the game, it says that Kentrosaurus appears in the game, and it is it is a legendary tournament herbivore. Yes, that's what I meant to say. I got my words mixed up, I'm sorry. But then it says originally, along with Pachyrhinosaurus, it was a tournament dinosaur that did not yet have a tournament to fight in and could only be collected by buying the Earth WWF pack. Now, since August 18th of 2017, it could be won in the Kentrosaurus tournament. Here in Jurassic World Evolution, its coloration is a simple dull brown with a creamy underbelly. Or depending on what skin you give it, it has like different various colors with still a cream underbelly. And most of them, as you can see. In Jurassic World Alive, it just says that it's featured, but in Jurassic World Alive, it is an epic class animal, which starts around rank 11, and it's really good for it's really a good epic to have when you're just starting to get into epics. It's a really good one to have because it has a move that really minimizes opposing attacks to almost zero, alongside a staggermizer ability and an ability to counterattack after it receives damage. Kentrosaurus is, like I said, a really good herbivore that if you are playing Jurassic World Alive, you should use. And it has hybrids. It has a hybrid with Ankylosaurus. Oh, and we got just a little tidbit of trivia. And it says that a stegosaur with somewhat a spike coming out of his shoulder is seen in a banner in Jim Martin's concept of the Innovation Center in the early versions of Jurassic World. It's possible that the stegosaur is the Kentrosaurus, but since only half of the silhouette is seen, it is impossible to say. Oh my god! When it was first shown during the days of the hype for this game and the trailers and whatnot, I was really excited to see the Kentrosaurus, especially on how well the model looked and everything. I was really impressed, to say the least. And I featured a lot in most of my park builds and whatnot because it's a dinosaur I just enjoy watching. But that being said, people, this has been the Dinosaur Diaries. I'm glad that you have stopped taking time out to learn about our Kentrosaurus. And I'll be seeing you all next time when we talk about the good mother lizard. Alright, people. Catch you later.